As we continue to learn more about the storms that crushed parts of our region and also the Southeast over the weekend, I don't know about you, but I find it wildly insulting to suggest that if only NOAA was not cut, we might have been all better off. We might have saved lives if not for the job cuts that came to NOAA. Please. There's a lot out there that you can maybe indirectly tie back to when it comes to loss of services from the government. Maybe. And that's me being generous on a Monday because I'm in that kind of a mood. But this is not one of them. And this is how you write articles in 2025 that mean absolutely nothing, that have no fact basis to them, but that draw big, sexy headlines. I saw this story going viral yesterday. Comes from irishstar.com. Headline, Doge sackings at NOAA spark new warning over tornado response as 37 killed in Twister. Now, NOAA is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, government agency that, yes, did suffer some cuts courtesy of Doge because guess what? We can't afford it anymore. We know that 12 people died in these tornadoes in Missouri. Scott Fawn was at Ground Zero, Poplar Bluff. He will join us coming up in 30 minutes on KCMO. But to tie this all back to if only we didn't make cuts at NOAA, I don't understand. So I read through this whole article. I'm reading it's a 1,000-word piece on how Doge may have impacted the response to tornadoes in Missouri and other parts of the country. And at no point in the article do they allege that anybody was either informed too late or any kind of service that NOAA may have provided for people anywhere in the country was delayed or did not happen over the weekend, whether it's Missouri or anywhere else. That allegation never came in the article. You know what they did? They shared tweets from random people who suggested that cuts from Doge to NOAA is scary, and this is when we need these people during tornado outbreaks. They literally took random tweets from people that I've never heard of and you've never heard of and made a news story out of it. Tweets like this from a user named Chrissy Nielsen, who writes, "Tonight is an example of why we need the National Weather Service and all their meteorologists. They're out there tonight saving lives during tornado outbreaks, and they are doing it with less commendable jobs." Hashtag Arkansas weather, hashtag Missouri weather, hashtag tornado. Someone else responded named Kenzie Butcher. And this is, once again, the basis of the article. They didn't talk to anybody at NOAA who said we were short-staffed over the weekend. They didn't hear from anybody in government. It was just random tweets that led to the article being put on display.
As if NOAA is out there working, right? They're back at the radar center. It's guys like our former colleague Mark Andrews who are storm chasers who go out and spot for these people.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like Brian Busby's just working off his telephone back there at KMBC 9, you know, or Luke Norris. You know, they're not working off their little telephones in Google.
Yeah.
They have equipment.
They have their own service.
The local hookup, right?
So this article, you're right, spot on. Goes on the note here. On Friday night and Saturday, tornadoes ravaged areas of the Mississippi Valley and the Deep South, killing at least 37 people. Some were killed in their homes as they slept, with tornadoes ripping through their properties, completely uprooting them as debris was sent flying for miles across Missouri, Arkansas, and other parts of the Midwest and the South. In the Great Plains, winds triggered dust storms that ultimately fanned over 100 wildfires. Harrowing videos posted to social media show the fires ripping through entire communities, utterly decimating them. I know that happened down in Stillwater, Oklahoma. But at no point here, anywhere in the article, does it say that NOAA being short-staffed resulted in fill in the blank. Anything resulted in some kind of shorter lead time on some tornado somewhere in the country. That was not alleged anywhere in the piece. The whole premise is triggered social media users being outraged that NOAA cut about 10% of its workforce through Doge, and that may result at some made-up point in time in some impact on severe weather warnings. But it did not happen this weekend. So there's no story there. And I have another example of this. Same thing. CNN headline, Why IRS Upheaval Has Not Slowed Tax Season. Now, that's a pretty good headline, right? Because we were also told losing IRS workers was going to mean, oh, you know what's going to happen now. Your refund's going to be delayed. Oh, man, you're not going to get good service from the IRS. Oh, you mean the people that steal my money? Oh, wow, that's really too bad. I can't believe that.
You still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted.
Yeah, that's. You mean I should be grateful to the people who keep my money for a year interest-free and then maybe give me some of it back after a year? I'm supposed to get on my hands and knees and beg to those people and thank them for the great work they're doing every day? I mean, stop. Enough, okay? I'm not going to do that. But CNN notes here, the IRS has been in a state of turmoil ever since members of DOJ embedded in the agency during tax filing season. But so far, at least, writes CNN, the upheaval has not tripped up tax filing and refund issuance, tax professionals told CNN. Well, that's awfully inconvenient. See, they're writing about something that isn't happening. Think about that, right? They wrote a story that basically says what we told you and what we feared you into thinking is not happening. I guess I give them a little bit of credit for actually writing that. But this is amazing. The story to them is that the things they predicted would happen are actually not happening.
Isn't that amazing?
This is great.
I've noticed that in so many stories. And you went back to Trump's numbers on the economy. I think that's symptomatic of what the media reports because they don't know what they're reporting. So we're all a little confused on that issue.
Yeah.
All right. Tariff now? No, tomorrow? No, 30 days? Oh, wait. It already happened?
Hold on to your hats. So they go on the note here. In the past 7 weeks, key top executives have left the IRS. Roughly 6,700 probationary employees were fired in February. Close to 5,000 more employees accepted the so-called deferred resignation offer from the Trump administration. And about 6,800 more employees may be laid off in May. On top of personnel turnover, agency alums had worried that tax filing season could be disrupted by DOJ's efforts. But based on CNN's discussions with certified public accountants and enrolled agents, it appears that the electronic filing process has been running well. Whoa! Stop.
People are aroused. I haven't seen people so aroused in a very, very long time.
I know. You ain't kidding. That's me, man. Because I'm sitting here saying, I told you so. There's a lot of fat. There's a lot of bloat. All right? And there are ways to make these processes more efficient. That's what the government needs to do. It's not meant to be a jobs program for people. That's not the intention of the government. Do things as efficiently and as effectively as you need to, and then get the hell out of the way of the American people. That's your only job. That's it. Do the basics, do it well, and get out of our lives. But between this made-up NOAA piece and now CNN writing a piece that basically says, yeah, all the things that our people on TV told you to be fearful of, yeah, those things aren't actually happening. Wow. Okay, thank you very much. I guess I give them credit for writing the article.
Tonight at 10, when ifs and buts become candies and nuts, we'll all have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, man, this is just too good. It is just too good. Keep cutting, keep slicing, and continue to shrink this thing down.
The issue is they're not whacking enough.
They are not whacking enough, and they need to whack more. 913-408-7957. Scott Fawn of the Missouri Times, ground zero for these tornadoes in Poplar Bluff over the weekend. He's from there. He was back down there. He will give us the on-the-scene rundown coming up in 20 minutes on KCMO Talk Radio, 95.7 FM. And we are always streaming on the KCMO Talk Radio app.